What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at 87 Aouar. He is probably one of the better cards we've got so far. Obviously Zaha straight away was a decent card, to be honest. We did just get Pulisic, but now we do have Aouar, another French centre mid, and he looks pretty good. Going from an 81 gold rare all the way up to an 87. Unfortunately, I don't think there was any sort of skill move or... No, there was, in fact. He went from a 4-star 3-star to a 4-star 4-star. Obviously, the weak foot getting a +1 is a lovely bonus, as well as going up a +6 on the overall is absolutely fantastic. 5'9", high medium. We loved his team of the season last year, looking very, very nice indeed. We have got finesse outside of the foot and flair, as well as some pretty good stats, to be fair to him. He is a very good-looking box-to-box. Obviously, we've gone with a shadow, as though the defending is on 70, and obviously the pace could do with that nice little increase to 96. You'd end up with 97 acceleration and 96 sprint speed. Then we end up with 79 defending, again turns him into an 88 centre mid, 90 cam, or an 84 DM, whichever you choose. Obviously for me, Aouar is always going to be a box-to-box, kind of favouring more the attacking side of stuff, but still can defend with obviously 83 interceptions. We get 77 defensive awareness and 82 sliding tackle. In terms of his dribbling, it's looking pretty nice. Composure and reactions both coming in at the low end of 87. Everything else above 90, which is always nice. Passing, again, very nice high stats. And even shooting, above average. Probably better than some strikers, to be honest. So I'm interested to see what this card can do. Let's jump into some games. See what he can do. Aouar pushing forward. Looking for that Messi. Didn't manage to find the ball straight away. Again, more my problem losing it there. Do manage to get it back from Hakimi, managing to duck and dive his way. Zhao looking for the Aouar overlap, but unfortunately, don't think he got the memo to push forward as he does take the ball away, but Perez instantly wanting it back. Aouar pushing forward. He's got Kessie chasing, and he easily takes the ball away with that one. Finding him again. Let's see if we can find something. Messi's making that dying run. I don't know why he went for Felix instead. I definitely put enough power for him to go to Messi. But unfortunately, again, not a cracking start. I think there is kind of some issues with myself in this game, so I can't necessarily rate his performance in terms of himself just yet. And again, he makes him lovely transition again. I love that dribbling. That is beautiful from him. Very nice and quick. We find him on that overlap. Ooh, Politano just getting the nick on though. I think the SBC is coming in relatively nice sort of rating, 84 and 86 needed. And I'm thinking Ligue 1 this year, obviously quite a fan favourite. That is a good ball. Felix doesn't manage to get a foot to it. But in terms of Ligue 1, obviously they are the more favoured league at the moment. Obviously with Mbappe, Ginola, Neymar, all of the kind of top tier players, even centre-backs in Marquinhos, Kimpembe, and obviously... Hakimi. So you have got quite a lot of good players, so I was expecting him to be pretty expensive, and to be fair, I think an 84, 86, depending on how many you've already done, isn't terrible at all. I obviously have gone more down the loan route than I have anything else, and I know we do have kind of free centre mids for PSG, especially for them nice strong links in Draxler, Verratti, and also with, I'm trying to think of the last one, Wijnaldum, way at the start. So it is an interesting one to see. Do they overtake? Does he take any of them out of position? Because, to be honest, I've been really happy with them for going forward and obviously defending. So it is going to be a hard one to go for another 160, especially when I think a lot of people are going to go for the Vieira SBC as well. There it is. Goes for the shot. It's a great save from Czech. And like I say, the big thing at the moment is we have a Vinicius SBC that I think a lot of people will want to do. We have a Vieira SBC that a lot of people will want to do. So it's quite interesting to see where people are at in terms of what SBCs they're currently finishing in. I'm personally finishing off Vieira, so I've kind of held off on as many players as possible, especially players that I can actually get loans for. So if I kind of needed them in the future, I have them as long as it is a friendly match. Whereas obviously if you don't necessarily have them loans, it makes it a little bit tougher, because realistically to do these sorts of reviews, I need to be able to do the card, so it would make it a hell of a lot more expensive. So I am very grateful for them to do a loan every single daily SBC, really. I think so far of Aouar, I'm seeing a pretty average card in terms of special because we've already got, like I say, Verratti, Fofana, obviously a player of the month who was very, very good at that kind of DM, CM sort of role. And I think Draxler is still going to be more of a fan favourite because of the skill move weak foot. And that is just naturally what it's going to be. And it will, like I say, depend on what SBCs you actually have completed. Pushing forward, gets the hit, and he manages to do it, gets his first goal. It's a lovely little ball from Messi, and then a nice little knock from Felix to make sure that he does get it. So he can, and I think most definitely attacking, he is going to be someone of a threat that you can use. I feel like kind of defensively, not as much there this year. I feel like they definitely could have upgraded him a little bit more with that, but I think the upgrade in general is quite sound. It is just more based towards a kind of attacking box to box rather than a defensive one. Got to find him on this overlap here, going for this counter. We're going to wait for him to really push on Felix, finds it across into Aouar, looking for that middle. Messi's going to miss out on that header. It weren't quite as precise as I wanted it to be. I think as well the kind of big bonus from Aouar is that he does have that weak foot upgrade, and I think that most definitely is a bigger reason why this card actually is usable. I think the 4-star, 3-star with, like I say, all of the specials that we've already got in Ligue 1 would make him a little bit more tricky to kind of give evidence to why you should actually do him. I think 4-4 is definitely a solid one, and obviously you are always destined for 5-5 if you can, but unfortunately not everybody can have it, and especially in the, I suppose, the earlier stages of the game, to be honest, you won't really find too many people with it. That's poor. How on earth Verratti's managed to let that one go. Lovely little turn from Aouar, looking for that down the box. Passing is on point at the moment. Good pass from Hakimi, looking for that Aouar. And I think the one thing, especially with Aouar, is you can notice his runs, his positioning. He's always ready for the ball. He's always in space, and you can get it to him easy. Like even here, you can see him pulling forward here. You can get him on the ball, give him a little turn, and you're already on the attack. What you do from there is obviously up to your ability, really. Lovely, looking for that 1-2. Going down the wing. Hakimi's got the pace, finds it in him. Good ball. Messi with the chest. Can we go for something? He leashes that left foot. Check with a solid save. So if we are going into Aouar's overall then, so let's have a quick look at obviously his SBC, what we can find. So flip the cards, 84-1 in form, 86-1 in form. The informs obviously at the moment are going to be a little bit more expensive, with obviously 2 needed here, 2 needed in the party bag as well. So they are actually a little bit up at the moment. So I would recommend waiting to just see where they kind of relax at. Once the party bag's out, that will obviously drop down. In terms of packs, we get a small red gold pack, which more than likely I can imagine is 81 or 82 guaranteed, and a prime mixed players, it could be 80 plus, but that one again we don't know until we've actually finished it. In terms of the card itself, like I say, the upgrade has actually been quite nice. You can see the benefits from the 11 shooting and pace, obviously the 5 dribbling and passing, as well as then the 4 defending and 6 physical, plus on top of that the +1 onto the weak foot, so making him a 4-star 87. I do like the dynamic image. I feel like their away kit would have actually been quite nice on this one, but I do like the card design in general as well. I think when you've got it in game, it actually looks really fresh, so that will always play into a factor as well. If the card design's nice, as well as actually the dynamic on him, I think personally it's not a valuable worth, it's just a worth to the person completing it. If you like it, you'll do it. In terms of the chemistry style, like we said, Shadow's going to be the easy winner there. If you wanted to go all out on a cam, if you've got a cam or a centre forward, Hunter actually wouldn't be a bad shout for him. Personally, I think 5'9", he's got the capabilities to do that cam roll, and that's if you want to. There is, again, like I say, a lot of midfielders in Ligue 1 that can have this position. So if we're going to go through them a little bit, Pele, obviously, hero, is costing a little bit, but again, a solid card there. We then have Verratti that we finished, Draxler, Wijnaldum, even an Andre. I know we're talking CDMs here, but even looking at Renato Sanchez, a little bit more in cost, but again, a fantastic player if you're looking for the best kind of midfielder in Ligue 1. We have a free cam here. Personally, I would probably rate Aouar a little bit better than him, but you've got to always consider that he is a free card. Claude, again, not terrible, a little bit less. I would say Fofana's player of the month is actually quite nice as well, to be fair to him. More of a box to box if anything, so Aouar is kind of considered more box to box, but with more emphasis on the attacking. I don't think defensively he is incredible, but he's got a good base of it. Probably more average, low end average, I'd say. But in terms of this card, what would I say? I'm thinking if you haven't done a free midfield, say if you've got a full Ligue 1 team, or at least a midfields Ligue 1, I would say he is worth it if you haven't completed the top of the top midfielders. But if you are looking for the best of the best, I think we've already got them. So personally, if I was looking at it, I'd say Verratti is incredible. And yes, he is an SBC, because obviously he came out. If he was looking tradable, I'd be looking potentially at Claude, I'd be looking at Renato Sanchez, even this big boy right here, and everybody else pretty much is SBCs. So for me, I think Aouar's worth it if you haven't got the kind of best of the best, but in terms of your coins, I would necessarily try and do this untradeable, and I would wait for that party bag to go out. Overall, I'm going to give him an 8.5. I think he is nice, but he definitely could be that little bit better. I think defensively, he does need that work. Other than that, I think everything else is quite nice. But for now, make sure you do like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.